There are moments in life when time stands still, not because something dramatic happens, but because something meaningful does. This is the story of an old man, a letter, and a garden that grew more than just flowers. It grew forgiveness and wisdom. So pour yourself a warm cup of tea, because by the end of this story, you might see your own life a little differently. The house had been empty for years. Children said it was haunted. Teenagers threw stones at its broken windows. But once, many years ago, it was full of life. The garden behind it was the pride of the village. Roses in spring, tomatoes in summer, golden leaves in fall. It belonged to Mr. Ellison. To most, he was just Old Man Ellison. Quiet, private, always wearing the same dusty hat and long gray coat. He spoke little but nodded at everyone. But no one really knew him until the day he passed and the note was found. It was the local mailman, Charlie, who found it. Ellison hadn't collected his mail in days. The neighbors were used to his solitude, but something felt off. Charlie peeked over the gate and saw the garden untouched. No footprints in the dirt, no pruned branches. The police entered. Inside, Mr. Ellison was found peacefully lying in his armchair, as if he'd simply closed his eyes and drifted off. But in the garden, something odd was discovered. Near the rosebush, a small metal tin was buried just below the surface. Inside, a single folded piece of paper. On it, written in trembling handwriting, "For the one who stayed."
News spread fast. Some said it was a love letter. Others thought it was a secret will, but it wasn't. The note was a story of regret, of a choice made long ago, of a daughter he hadn't seen in 42 years. Her name was Anna, and the letter was written to her. "Anna, if you ever come back here, if you ever wonder why I let you go, I hope you find this. I wasn't strong. When you chose to marry him, I was proud. But when he hurt you and you came back home, I didn't know how to help. I thought silence was strength, that giving you space was what you needed. But silence can grow into walls, and mine became a prison. When you left again, I let you go. I told myself you'd come back, but years passed, and the seasons changed. I watered the garden every morning thinking of you. Every rose, every apple, every fallen leaf reminded me of your laughter, your stubbornness, your dreams. I failed you not in anger, but in fear. If you're reading this, I want you to know, you were always my greatest joy and my deepest sorrow. Forgive an old man who learned too late that love isn't silent. It's spoken, it's loud, and it never gives up."
The note was published in the local paper. Dozens wept reading it. Some sent letters to their own estranged children. Others made phone calls they hadn't made in years. And one woman, now in her 60s, walked into the village 2 weeks later. She stood outside the gate, touched the rusted fence, and wept. Anna had come home. Anna didn't say much. She cleared out the house, gently, one drawer at a time. But the garden? She revived it. Neighbors watched as she planted new flowers, herbs, a pear tree. She placed a wooden bench near the roses, and on it, carved words. Love is not silence, it's presence. She never married again, but every Saturday she hosted tea in the garden. Anyone was welcome, especially the lonely. And when asked why, she always smiled and said, "Because someone once waited for me, even in silence."
Sometimes the wisdom we need comes from quiet places, from old letters buried in gardens, from the mistakes of those who walked before us, and from the courage it takes to forgive, not for the other person, but for ourselves. So if there's someone you haven't called in a while, maybe today is the day. And if you've been carrying regret, remember this: it's never too late to plant something new. Even in the hardest soil, love can grow again.